Welcome to this video on Design Quality Assurance Tool for Positive Deviance and HART. In this video, we are going through the overview of DIQA tool, the elements on the tool, how to enter the scores, and how to interpret the results. The DIQA tool was designed to help program staff implementing PDH to ensure model fidelity and achieve high impact. This tool can be used by any of the technical staff implementing PDH or providing technical support to the PDH program. This staff can be either at the AP level, the zonal level, or the national level. This tool can also be used by technical staff outside the field office that are involved in providing support or supervision for the PDH program. It can be a staff from the regional office, the global office, or the support office. Now that we know the purpose of the tool and who is intended for, let's move into the tool itself. This tool was designed on Excel. When you open the tool, this will be the first page on the tool. If you look on the bottom, you will see that there's three components of the tool. The first component on the design of the tool, or design of the PDH program. The second component on the implementation at AP level, and the third component on the HART and the follow-up. Let's start with the first component. The first component looks into the design of the PDH program, and it is intended to be used at the national level at the initial stage of the designing of the program. It can also be used at a later stage to assess the design of the program and make recommendations to improve the design. The second component is to be used at the AP level and is related to the all preparation that needs to be done at AP level for the PDH implementation. The last component is related to the HART session and the follow-up. Moving into the first component corresponding to the design of the program. Again, this component is intended to be used at the national level when designing the PDH program, or later on to improve the design of the program. So all the three components have the similar design. It starts by the identification with the national office, program site, position of the person conducting the assessment, let's say, and then followed by instruction on how to fill the tool and how the scores are calculated and how to interpret the scores. And a little bit further down, you will see all the different columns that comes with either instructions or you have to fill during the assessment of the PDH program. So you will see that you have the essential elements, if it's present, yes or no or not applicable, the definition of the components or essential components, essential elements, the indicator code when applicable, indicator level, the score, comments, the action plan, and then the completion date. We are going to go through all of this to understand how this is done in the field. But before that, let's go back to the main instructions and also how the scores are calculated. The way you enter information in this component, the first component related to design, it's a little bit different from the other two. For this one, you have the option of yes, no, or no applicable. Yes if the element is available, no if it's not available or it's not present, and NA if it's not applicable. So when to use the not applicable option, it's only and only in two situations. One, if the essential element is implemented by another agency and there's no space for World Vision to intervene, or there's sufficient evidence suggesting that the essential element has already, the essential component has already been achieved. So we will look where to select this, the options. Let's now understand how the scores works. For the design part or the design component, you have the calculation it's in percentage, and it can range basically from 0 to 100. So an overall scores of 90 to 100 indicates that the technical program or project design meets the quality assurance minimum requirement. And if the overall scores is below 90%, it indicates that the technical program or project design must undergo revision to meet the minimum quality assurance requirement. So strong recommendation and follow-up should be provided if the overall score is less than 90%. Let's move on and see how we insert the information or how we select the scores. We have in the first column the essential elements, and then you have if it's present or not, and then here you have the components of essential elements that you will be entering the the score, or if it's present or not. We are going to go through only for the sake of time, we are going to go through only the first essential elements, which is the design stipulate that World Vision AP staff plan for all of the necessary design, preparation, and follow-up of hard session at AP level. So right now you can see that all, if it's present or not, it's all selected no, and if you go to your right, you will see that the score for this it's 0. So let's go for the first one, the components of essential element. Participatory PDH feasibility assessment is planned and budgeted for at AP level to ensure the community's appropriate context for PDH implementation. So let's select as a yes for this one. You will see here that on the right that the score will change. And moving to AP plans indicate that staff plans to actively involve the community throughout the process. Let's say yes, and then the score changes again. And then the third one, AP implementation plan indicates that targeting, enrollment, and monitoring of undernourished children is planned for to be done by World Vision staff and community volunteers using regular growth monitoring. Let's say yes, and again you change on the score. So let's say that for the fourth one, it's let's keep it no, 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 and you can also select not applicable based on the those two criteria above. If you select not applicable, this will be removed from the from the calculation. So let's see, no is 3.3. If you say not applicable, this number goes up because this is basically removed from the calculation. Of course, if it's yes, it's go even higher up. So let's just leave for this in case it's not applicable, because we had a strong partnership with Ministry of Health, and they're going to, or the community, they were going to provide all supervision. This is just an example. So you have to do this for the entire each individual components all the way, and then at the end you will find the final score. Of course, this score, it's very small because we didn't enter all the results, and also remember that you have to follow the interpretation. If it's around 90 to 100, indicates that technical program or project meets the minimum requirement. If it's less than that, it doesn't meet the minimum requirement and needs a strong supervision and recommendation. Here you can add your personal notes, and if we go back high up, you can see here, you can, if this essential element is related to a particular indicator, you can put indicator code, indicator level. It's if it's either output or outcome level, the score is automatically calculated, and then comments that you can put action plan and completion date. So that's it for the design stage or design components. On the AP level, related to preparation and implementation elements, this is to be done at AP level, whether during the preparation stage or later on to assess how the preparation was done. So for this part, the calculation is it's different from the design, but it's similar from the heart and the follow-up. So here we no longer have yes or no, but we have the option of not available, that it's the same criteria to use not available that we have already discussed on the design stage. So not available, not applicable, and it's you choose 0 if it's not present, 1 mostly not present, 2 most present, 3 is fully present. The criteria of course, the mostly not present, most present, fully present can be a little bit challenging, but basically I think 0 not present, it's clearly what that means. Mostly not present is like there's some minimal presence of that component, but yeah, it's difficult to tell really if it's something there. And then mostly present is when you feel that it's fulfill all the requirements, but maybe there's something small that still needs improvement. Fully present, of course, it's also the other extreme, that it doesn't need any more let's say improvement. If you select not applicable or 0 and 1, please make sure that you put comments on the comment box. And for this score, it's different also. The way it's scored is if you have the overall score from 75% to 100%, it indicates high quality, high fidelity of the program. If it's 50 to 74, indicates moderate quality. It's there, but there's room for improvement. 50% or lower, it indicates low quality, and strong recommendation and follow-up needs to be given to the program staff. So going down, how do we enter? It's similar. For this one, we are going only to look for the into the first one. All the headings are like similar across the spreadsheet. So for this, the first essential element is PDH feasibility assessment is carried out to ensure the community are appropriate context for PDH implementation. So we are going to look here. Let me just maybe zoom it a little bit. I hope that you can see better now. So PDH feasibility assessment for every AP is conducted using secondary data. Use primary data if secondary data is not available. So let's say it was fully done, or you say 3, but let's say some APs, you have 4 APs, 3 did and 1 maybe you want to do 2, and most of it AP didn't really do it. Maybe you want to say 1 if none of the AP have done it, so you put 0. Let's say this has like have done all this. Again, you can see here that the score start to change, and then you have feasibility assessment data is analyzed to ensure AP meets the feasibility criteria that you already know the criteria for feasibility. So again, let's say yes, and results are shared with community. Let's say some of them they did, most didn't do it. Let's say 1. So this is the score for this first essential element. And again, you have to continue like score all the way to the end, and then at the end you have your overall scores. This is 6.43. Remember, the score here is different. It's 17 to 100%. It meets the quality. Probably no like major follow-up needs to be done, but of course there's always a place for improvement. If it's some before it falls between 50 and 74, indicates moderate quality, and if it's less 50 or less, low quality. And again, remember to give your comments for action plan. And the good thing about the tool is you can go back and make sure that these essential components later on are incorporated. So you can, each time you go, you visit, you make supervision, the score can actually improve. And then move to the last one, which is related to the heart and the follow-up visit. This is this calculation is similar to the one that I just presented on preparation. Of course, the essential elements are different in this case, but basically you also follow the same process. You go here, and you can see that the score starts to change. Like for the other sheets, you have to continue fill based on what you see in the field. So let's say caregivers bring daily contribution of food and or material for the heart session is present. You fill you select 3 and then you start to you fill all the way to the end, and here you have the scores, and like the other sheets you go and you have the overall scores where you already know how to interpret that based on the instruction given on the top. And here you will be completing any notes and recommendation. Here you can give note for each of the specific essential elements, and the rest is the same as the other components. So this brings us to the end of this video on the DQA tool for PD Heart. I hope this help you understand how to use the tool, the objective of the tool, and thank you for watching.